being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. This defense for the Titans, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run it in, going option right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
2nd down and goal. Tua, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Titans. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check right 21, check right 21, and watch the lane. Check hot.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Tannehill. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards for number 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Tannehill on 3rd down. Quick slant to Brown. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tannehill on first down. Man open, here is Jones. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
That's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. A big hitter to start. drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Tannehill down a throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 38, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Caden Stearns. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Cannon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He finds his man. Complete. That's more. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 7. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. Off play action, Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Again, he finds more. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. A giant hole up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here is Eckler. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Austin Eckler. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Yet another interception. interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks... And
into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. From the 22, Tannehill. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tannehill going to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Tannehill. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. That's deployed by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Come on, QB, come on. Play.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense